Alright, Fairway Fuel fanatics, Alex here, back in the lab. Today, we're settling a score that's probably cost you more beer money than you care to admit. We're talking golf balls, baby! In one corner, we've got the Speed Demon, the OG distance machine, the Titleist Velocity, and in the other, the tour-proven, spin monster, the TaylorMade TP5. We're gonna dive deep into what makes these two tick, hit them side by side, talk feel, spin, and most importantly, where your hard-earned cash should go. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which one deserves a spot in your bag. Let's get into it. The story of the Titleist Velocity ball. Alright, let's kick things off with the Titleist Velocity. Look, if you've been playing golf for more than 5 minutes, you know Titleist. They're like the big, reliable pickup truck of golf. Always there, always performing. And the Velocity? Man, this thing is built for one purpose, sending that little white sphere into orbit. First impressions? You pull this out of the sleeve, and it just looks fast. It's got that classic Titleist shine, a really bright white, and the alignment stamp is clean. No nonsense. It's not trying to be fancy, it's just screaming, "Hit me hard!" You know, it's like that perfectly grilled steak. No need for a bunch of sauces, just pure, unadulterated goodness. Now, what's under the hood? Titleist designed this with a high-speed LSX core. LSX, which is basically their way of saying low spin, explosive speed. This core is designed to maximize initial velocity off the club face, giving you more distance, especially with the driver and long irons. They pair that with a fast Naze Plus cover. It's a thin ionomer cover, which contributes to that piercing ball flight and low spin. This isn't your grandma's knitting yarn. This is pure aerospace engineering aimed at getting you down the fairway. We're talking about a ball that weighs in at the standard 45.9 grams, but feels like it wants to shed those grams to get to the green faster. Out on the course, this ball delivers on its promise. When you pure one with the driver, it's just a rocket. That low spin means it's not ballooning on you. It's just boring through the air. For my swing, which let's be honest, is more enthusiastic than textbook, I saw a noticeable bump in carry distance. And who doesn't love that? The feel off the irons is solid, a little firmer than some premium balls, but it gives you good feedback. You know when you flushed it. Around the greens, it's not a spin machine. And let's be honest, Titleist isn't selling it as one. It's more of a bump and run kind of ball for me. My short game isn't exactly tour caliber, so I'm not exactly spinning wedges back 20 feet anyway. For chipping and pitching, it's predictable, which is what I need. It flies true, and it rolls out nicely. It feels like hitting a firm marshmallow. Soft enough to control, but firm enough to know it's gonna go where you tell it to. Now, let's talk brass tacks. You can usually find a dozen of these for around the $29.99 mark. That's a fantastic price for the performance you're getting, especially if distance is your main goal. Pros and cons. Titleist Velocity. Pros, explosive distance. Seriously, this thing flies off the driver. Great value, hard to beat the performance for the price. Durable cover. Stands up to a few cart path bounces, not that I ever hit those. Consistent ball flight, piercing trajectory, even in windy conditions. Cons, firmer feel. Might not be for you if you love a super soft ball. Limited greenside spin. Don't expect to be backing this one up like the pros. Less workability. Harder to shape shots if that's part of your game. The story of the TaylorMade TP5. Alright, now let's switch gears to the other contender, the TaylorMade TP5. This bad boy is like the sleek sports car of golf balls. Engineered for performance across the board, from tee to green. When you see guys like Rory McIlroy and Colin Morikawa gaming these, you know there's something special going on. Taking this out of the box, it just feels premium. The white is bright, maybe a hair less stark than the Velocity, and the TaylorMade logo and TP5 branding are sharp. It has a slightly softer initial feel in the hand, almost like it's begging to be hit with a wedge. It just looks like a ball that means business, you know? Like a finely tuned racing engine, every detail is there for a reason. So, What's TaylorMade packing in this 5-layer beast? Yeah, I said 5 layers. They call it their 5-layer construction with HFM, high flex material. That HFM is key. It's designed to increase rebound for more speed, but without sacrificing feel or spin. It's got a tri-fast core, which is essentially 3 increasingly stiff layers that work together to maximize energy transfer. Then you've got 2 mantle layers and a soft cast urethane cover. That urethane cover is what gives you that phenomenal greenside spin and soft feel. It's like a sophisticated dance between speed and control. At 45.9 grams, it's the standard weight, but it feels like it offers more control for that weight. On the course, the TP5 is a true all-rounder. With the driver, I still got plenty of distance. Maybe not quite the pure raw speed of the Velocity, but it's very close. The ball flight is strong and stable. Where this ball really shines for my game is with the irons and around the greens. The feel of a forged iron is just pure butter. It's a soft thwack, not a harsh click. It compresses beautifully, and you can really feel it melt into the grooves. And that's where the spin comes in. With wedges, I was getting fantastic control. I could actually feel the ball checking up a lot more consistently, even on those little touch shots around the green. It feels like hitting a firm, ripe peach. Sweet, responsive, and you know exactly what you're getting. I was seeing that satisfying little hop and stop. For a guy like me, who sometimes struggles to get the ball to bite, this was a game changer. It gives you the confidence to attack pins knowing you've got some control. Price-wise, the TaylorMade TP5 is definitely in the premium category. You're looking at around $49.99 a dozen. So, it's a bigger investment, but you're getting a lot of tech for that money. Pros and cons, TaylorMade TP5. Pros, exceptional greenside spin, stops on a dime, great for control. Buttery soft feel, incredible feedback off irons and putter. Tour level performance, offers a fantastic blend of distance and control. Workability, easier to shape shots when you need to. Cons, higher price point, it's a premium ball, so it costs more. Slightly less max distance, compared to Velocity, might give up a yard or two for some. Durability, the soft urethane cover can scuff a bit easier than an ionomer cover. So who should be bagging which ball? Let's break it down. For the Titleist Velocity. Look, if you're the kind of player who lives for that satisfying thwack off the driver, who wants every possible yard, and whose short game is more about getting it on the green than spinning it back to the pin, then the Velocity is your jam. It's for the weekend warrior who wants to maximize distance, doesn't want to spend a fortune, and frankly, isn't quite good enough, like me, to extract all the spin benefits from a tour ball anyway. It's a ball that rewards a good, aggressive swing and wants to roll, roll, roll. It's for the golfer who values the sheer joy of a long, straight drive above all else. Think of it as your trusty hammer. Simple, effective, and gets the job done without any fuss. For the TaylorMade TP5, but if you're like me, and you're really working on lowering your scores, focusing on that crucial 100 yards and in, and you demand precise feel and control around the greens, then the TP5 is your secret weapon. It's for the golfer who wants to stop the ball on a dime, who loves that soft feedback off the putter, and who values consistent, tour-level performance. If you're chasing that elusive backspin on your wedges, or you just want to feel like you've got ultimate control over every shot, then the TP5 is worth every penny. It gives you the confidence to attack flags and trust your short game. It's like a finely tuned surgical instrument, precise, responsive, and ready for delicate work. All right, folks, we've broken it down. We've hit 'em, we've talked tech, and we've talked feel. If I had to put one in my bag tomorrow, right now, for my current game, it would honestly be the TaylorMade TP5. Yeah, it's more expensive, but that extra greenside spin and buttery feel are just starting to make a real difference for my scores. I'm willing to trade a couple of yards off the tee for that added control around the greens. It just gives me more confidence to attack. But that's just my 2 cents. What do you think? Are you a distance junkie who loves the Velocity? Or do you crave that tool level control of the TP5? Let me know which one you're gaming in the comments below.